All right, good afternoon, fight fans. Anthony with Bleacher Bums Gaming, and we are back with another edition of Tuesday Night Fights. And this one highlighting one of the boxers in the upcoming Supplement 5 set, which I should have completely rated by this weekend. At that point, it will go to my guy that does QC to make sure there are no mistakes, hopefully, and into the printer. So again, looking at a mid-March timeline for getting Supplement 5 out. And the fighter we're going to feature today from Supplement 5 is the dynamic young fighter Virgil Ortiz Jr., Junior Middleweight, 22-0 with 21 KOs, currently rated in the game as good. Again, looking for that defining fight, and he's going up against cautionary tale for a young prospect that seemed to have the world in front of him, Tony Ayala Jr. And Ayala Jr. was a mainstay on the weekend boxing shows back in the day, late 80s and early 90s. Dynamic young fighter, powerful. He was like a junior middleweight Roberto Duran. And unfortunately, his career got derailed with legal troubles, and actually, he is deceased now. And again, kind of a cautionary tale about what can happen when you get that fame and go off the path. But for one thing's for certain with Ayala Jr., in his prime, he was definitely a dynamic force and really destined for greatness before he got derailed. So should be a good fight. Both fighters, 8-star fighters. Traits. Oh, 1 second. Traits for these guys. And I dropped one of the dice. 1 minute. So Ortiz Jr., he has the Hail Mary trait, basically +1 to power if behind in the last 2 rounds. And Ayala Jr. closer trait, he is a great finisher, +2 to opponent's will rating and +4 if tired. So we are going to get this thing going now. I just need to bring up a score sheet. So yeah, I am actually thinking this fight probably will not go the distance. Both fighters really solid punchers, and especially Ayala with that closer trait. So it's going to be a test for both to see if they can withstand the other one's power. And there's my score sheet. Sorry about that. All right, some things to look for here. Again, both guys rated very well in power, both a 6. Ayala's got a little bit of an advantage when his opponent is hurt with the 9 rating. Fatigue rating, 3.5 and 3.6, so still both dangerous. And very, very similar chins. Ortiz and Ayala identical in the chin knockdown category. Ayala a little bit easier to get out of there, and stamina-wise, going to be a slight advantage for Ayala Jr. All right, so 5-point stamina advantage for Ayala, and probably not going to be a factor here. Whoever really gets off to the quicker start, of course, is going to have the advantage there. So we're ready to go. Fighters have received their final instructions. We're scoring this with generic judges, and we're just going to use a generic referee tonight as well. So here we go. Ortiz, red corner. Ayala Jr. I just should say Ortiz Jr., red corner. Ayala Jr., blue corner. And bell rings, and here they come. It's going to be no stars for either of them from the inside. So we're going to start off with a toe-to-toe. Ortiz leads it off. He's going to have a punishing cross after a jab. No knockdown or cut chances. And Ayala lets the hands go. A vicious salvo of punches. 5 big shots land for El Torito. And he gets off to the quicker start here. Takes momentum. And 3, 2 stars outside. It's going to be Ortiz Jr. in control from the outside. And devastating combination score for Virgil Ortiz Jr. And neither fighter has landed that big power shot yet. 2 segments in, of course, it's still early. 2 stars inside, 2 stars outside, going to be toe-to-toe. Ortiz is going to lead this off from the inside, and 81 going to be a miss, not quite a clinch. Ayala, if he lands, is going to have a possible cut chance. Ayala lets the hands go 24, and that's going to be a lead cross, followed by a hook and an uppercut. 3 punches land for Ayala Jr. Cut check for Ortiz. 7 or less, and 14, he's good. 2 minutes to go in the opening round. So this one is off to a good action-packed start. And 2 stars inside. Ortiz back and forth. These guys go. Ortiz takes control back. He's going to miss. Ayala cannot counter. 140 to go in the round. And the crowd is up, expecting something big is going to happen in this one. Fighters square up, meet in center ring. It's going to be 1 star outside, 2 stars inside. Ayala in control, and 81. Ayala's going to miss as well. So both fighters, after landing well early, have become a little wild the last 2 segments. 5 and a 4, it's going to be another toe-to-toe from the inside. Ortiz is going to lead this one off. And 19, heavy lefts and rights. 4 big punches land. Ayala fires back, 18, and he matches him. Heavy lefts and rights of his own. So 4 punches land for El Torito. 1 minute to go in the round. Both fighters in double figures. And the fans are getting what they hoped for. It's going to be another toe-to-toe. And again, Ortiz Jr. leads this one off from the inside. More heavy rights and lefts. 4 more big punches land. And both fighters will have possible knockdowns. Ayala, 14. And Ayala answers. 4 big punches. These guys are going at it, trading leather and possible knockdowns. So Ortiz had momentum, so Ayala does the first chin check. 5 or less, he's in trouble. 17, he's good. Ayala, can he get to Ortiz? And no, both fighters eat some heavy shots there and some excitement early. Both fighters staying on their feet. However, it's going to be 2 stars inside. Ortiz in control, 32. Good round for Ortiz. 1, 2, and an uppercut. 3 big punches land. Coming into the last 20 seconds of the round, and it's going to be another possible knockdown, but Ayala eats those no problem. Last segment of a very, very exciting first round. No stars, 2 stars inside. Ayala is going to finish the round the stronger of the 2. Charging in behind that lead cross. 3 more punches land. 19 for the round. And he would have had Ortiz on the deck if he had made his power rating there. But round comes to an end. Both fighters nod at each other, a sign of respect, and the crowd eating this up. A huge first round. 37 punches landed between the 2 of them. Ayala with 19 and 18 for Ortiz. So this is going to be a tough round to score. It'll be interesting to see how the judges see this, as both fighters through heavy leather. Okay. All right, judges have completed their scoring, and both fighters up off their stool, ready to go round number 2. Neither fighter hurt yet, but it is early, and both have landed and taken some heavy shots in the early going here. And right out the gate, 2 stars, 2 stars, and Ayala ended the round with momentum. He's going to go first, 0-0, and that's that vicious salvo of punches to open up frame number 2. 5 big shots get through. Just missed a knockdown chance there. Ortiz will have a knockdown chance if he lands. He's going to clinch, and that's going to nullify that outburst by Ayala and reduce it to a single punch with the clinch rule, optional clinch rule. Check the rule book for more details. It's going to be 2 stars inside, and Ortiz in control now. After surviving what could have been a disastrous opening stanza, 3 big punches land for Virgil Jr. Ayala takes him. Neither fighter showing much defense thus far. And 3 and a 6, 2 stars outside. Ortiz in control, 87, and he is going to miss. Ayala fires back a whistling hook, and Ortiz ducks it. That had some steam on it. Missing the countering shot. It's going to be 1 star on the outside for Ortiz. 2 stars outside Ayala. Ayala lets the hands go. He misses. Ortiz misses on the counter again. And just like in the middle of the first round, things getting a little wild here as they both try and land haymakers. It's going to be 2 stars on the outside. In control is Ortiz, 90, or I'm sorry, yeah, Ortiz, 90, and that is going to be a clinch. Crowd. A smattering of boos there after that electric first round. Things have slowed down considerably. Perhaps both fighters earning the respect of the other. It's going to be Ayala, though, taking control from the inside. And another vicious salvo of punches. 5 big shots land for El Torito. 4 possible knockdown, and no. Ortiz Jr. eats those punches. It's going to be 5 and a 2. Ortiz now in control from the inside. He's going to miss. Ayala can't counter. Both fighters standing in the middle of the ring and ready to exchange leather. 2 stars on the inside. Ayala in control. He's going to miss. And that would have been another knockdown chance for El Torito. 40 seconds to go in the round. Ortiz unable to counter that miss. 1 star from the outside and no stars inside. It's going to be Ortiz Jr. and 10 heavy lefts and rights. 4 big punches land for Ortiz, and that's a possible knockdown, and Ayala eats that too. Both fighters double tough. Both surviving a couple of potential knockdowns early in this one. It's going to be 1 star inside, 2 stars inside for Ayala, and he's going to finish the last segment in control. 25, charging in behind a lead cross. 3 big punches land for El Torito. 2 possible knockdowns, 7, and a little bit staggered, but Ortiz eats that as well. So round comes to a close. And these guys are throwing bombs early in this one. Punches landed, the output down a little bit, well, quite a bit in round 2. 9 to 7 is a total, but another close round. So we're going to see how the judges score that. All right, stamina check. And again, stamina close. It's probably going to be a problem for both men, the volume of punches we're seeing early in this one. Coming into round 3, Ayala Jr. has 50, Ortiz Jr. 42. Fighters are up off their stools, bell rings, and here we go, 5s for both. And it is going to be a toe-to-toe from the inside, and Ortiz is going to lead this off, 31. I'm sorry, Ayala is going to lead it off. 3 punches charging in behind a lead cross. No knockdown or cut chances, and heavy lefts and rights from Ortiz Jr. So 4 to 3 on that exchange. Ortiz Jr. takes momentum. 1 star, 2 stars inside. Ayala, 45, and short, hard punches in close. 2 big shots land for El Torito. Possible cut, no cut. It's only going to be a matter of time, as many opportunities as both guys are getting here. 1 star on the inside. Ayala Jr. in control from the inside. 26. Charging in behind that lead cross again. 3 big punches land. Ortiz Jr. eats them all. No facial marks as of yet. And again, both men steady under the withering barrage of punches they're getting from their opponent. 2 stars on the inside. 2 stars outside. Toe-to-toe, Ayala Jr. starts it off from the outside. 16, Heavy lefts and rights of his own. 4 big punches land for El Torito. Again, no knockdown or cut chances. And answering him shot for shot. 4 punches from Ortiz Jr. These guys are winging in the crowd. Back into this up on their feet. 3-4. It's going to be another toe-to-toe exchange. Again, Ayala leads it off. 21. Charging in behind a lead cross. 3 big punches land there. No possible knockdowns. 86. And that's going to be a miss from the outside. Tony Ayala in control, and no stars. 1 star outside for Ayala. He misses and unable to counter. That would have been another knockdown chance that he scored. Is Ortiz, whose counter left hook goes awry. 2 stars outside, 2 stars inside. It is going to be toe-to-toe. Ayala Jr. leads it off again, and more heavy lefts and rights. 4 more big punches land, and Ayala pouring it on in this round. It's going to be a possible knockdown for Ortiz if he can land, though, and he misses. Unbelievable. 40 seconds to go in round number 3. And both men holding up well so far. It's going to be another toe-to-toe from the outside, and Ayala leads this one off as well. 3 more big punches land as he charges in behind a lead cross. Another possible knockdown for Ortiz if he can land. 50 from the outside. No, just misses. Last segment of the round, a big round for Tony Ayala Jr. 5-1, 2 stars, and Virgil Ortiz is going to be in control from the inside, and he is going to pull him into a clinch as the bell rings. But wow, huge round for Tony Ayala Jr. 22 punches landed. Ortiz Jr. only 8, and that's going to take a big bite out of his stamina. Even more important, a 14-punch differential. So it is definitely going to be a round that goes to Ayala, and potentially a 10-8 round with the volume of blows that was landed. So round number 4, and even more important, Ortiz Jr. down to 20 stamina. And he is getting a taste of what it feels like to step up against someone in his class. Here we go. Round number 4 begins. Fighters charge from their corners. 2 stars outside. Ortiz in control. He's going to miss. Would have been a possible knockdown. And he has missed blows on 3 potential chin checks for Ayala now. Going to be Tony. 2 stars from the outside, in control. The dice love him. Heavy lefts and rights. Another 4-punch salvo landed for Ayala. And 4 on the defensive check. Ortiz Jr. going to add 1 to that. 2:20 to go in the round. 1 star, no stars, and Ortiz misses again. So Ortiz having difficulty finding the range now. As Ayala looks to wear him down. 2 stars outside, 2 stars inside. Ortiz going to lead off a toe-to-toe from the outside and connects there, following a 1-2 with an uppercut. And it's going to be a possible knockdown as well. And Ayala fires back. He's going to miss. He's got to make a chin check now. 5 or less. Tony's in trouble. 16, and he eats that. So both fighters demonstrating a hard punch and a solid chin here in this one. It's going to be Ayala in control from the inside. He's going to pull a clinch. Fighters reset. Minute 20 to go in round number 4. 5s for both. Toe-to-toe inside. Ayala leads this baby off. 91, and he's going to pull another clinch in the crowd. Taking a breather is El Torito, and the crowd not happy with that. 1 star and 2 stars from the outside. And Ayala said, I was just saving it as another big 4-punch salvo lands. And would have been a possible knockdown, but Ortiz eats that. Both fighters holding up well so far. 1 star, 2 stars outside again. 37, and it's going to be short, hard punches in close for El Torito. Final segment of the round, another good round for Tony Ayala Jr. And the tide of this fight has definitely begun to flow in his favor. No stars for Ortiz, 1 star outside, 94, and Ayala pulls a third clinch as the round comes to a close. But another double-digit round for Tony Ayala Jr. 3 of the 4 rounds he has scored in double-digit punches. And Ortiz, his punch output after the first round has declined in every round. So judges now scribbling away in their scorebooks. We have an 8-punch differential. All right, round number 5, and we are about ready to go. It's going to be where it starts to get tough for Virgil Ortiz. He is likely to run out of stamina this round, and Ayala, a big lead in stamina now. Bell rings, and Ortiz has to make something happen. His corner screaming at him to let the hands go. 2 stars inside Ortiz. 2 stars inside for Tony Ayala. Going to be toe-to-toe. Ayala leads it off. 37. Charging in behind a lead cross. Possible knockdowns for both. And 49 from the inside. Punishing cross follows a jab. So first chin check has to be Ortiz since Ayala had momentum. 5 or less. 8. He's good. Tony Ayala. 3, and Ayala's down. Tony Ayala hits the deck. Unbelievable. Early here in round number 5, I'm sorry. Referee begins to count, and 4 or less. This fight is over. 13. Tony Ayala's up, and it's a flash knockdown. He's up quickly, but that was the break Ortiz Jr. needed. Let's see if he can finish him off now with an unopposed segment. The blue dice leave the tray, and Virgil Ortiz bores in, and he is going to miss his opportunity. But excellent moment for Ortiz Jr. Let's see if he can capitalize on that. 2 stars. He's in control from the inside. And 98 is going to be a single punch land. Possible foul. And 16, no foul there. Fighters reset. 2 stars outside, 2 stars outside. Toe-to-toe. Ortiz leads it off. He's going to miss. Tony Ayala fires back. 43. He lands short, hard punches in close there, even though he's from the outside. Ducks in and works the body. 2 shots get through. Ayala in control. 2 stars inside, and Ortiz snatches momentum right back, but he's going to miss. 5 on the counter, and cross lands for Ayala after a hook. 2 big punches on that counter. Ayala takes momentum. 1 star, 1 star, toe-to-toe outside, and this is where momentum comes in. Ayala leads it off since he had it, 25, and again charging in behind that lead cross. 3 punches get through. It's going to be a possible knockdown for Ortiz now. Ortiz, 44, and he gets a punishing cross after a jab, but he's got to make a chin check. 5 or less. Ortiz, 12, and he's good. And again, looking at a 10-8 round for Ortiz right now. 5, it's going to be 2 stars. In control is Ortiz, and Ortiz, a withering assault. 4 big punches get through, heavy lefts and rights. Possible knockdown, 11, and Ayala's able to eat that. A minute to go in the round, but a good round for Virgil Ortiz. He's had Ayala down once already. It's going to be 2 stars outside, and in control again from the outside. Again, heavy lefts and rights get through. 4 big shots land there, and this time no possible knockdown, no defense for Ayala. Ayala, not a stellar defensive fighter. He's going to add a punch landed every time it gets within his defensive range. So one's going to be 2 stars inside for Ortiz, 2 stars outside. Going to be a toe-to-toe from the inside, which means Ortiz leads it off. 1-2 and an uppercut. 3 big punches land for Ortiz. It's going to be another possible knockdown, possible cut if Ayala lands 0-6, and that is going to be inside. That's going to be a vicious 5-punch salvo from Ayala. So first we have to check the chin of Tony Ayala. 5 or less, he's in trouble. 9, he's good. And 7 or less, Ortiz has facial damage. He's good too. Final 20 seconds of the round. And another action-packed round. Ortiz is now out of gas, by the way. And it is going to be 5, 2 stars inside. Ortiz trying to finish the round strong on the inside. He's going to get credit for 1 punch due to the fatigue. And 6, possible knockdown. And 1, Ayala Jr., 1 punch is all he needed. Hits the deck again. And referee, 2 knockdowns in this round. Moves into count. Ayala, 4 or less, it's over. 20, and he gets to his feet at the count. Another flash knockdown. So 2 knockdowns in this round for Virgil Ortiz, and that is going to give him a definite 10-8 round. However, he is tired now as he heads back to his corner. Total punches landed 17 for Ortiz, his best round since the first, and another double-figure round for Ayala with 15. And again, that's 4 out of 5. So Ortiz now is gassed as we head into the second half of the fight. So his power drops 3-5, and his chin goes up, knockdown 5-7, and KO 4, and will 5. So that definitely is going to come into play in many ways. And Ayala Jr.'s corner screaming at him. Again, his father was in his corner in his career. So bell rings, and we are set to go. Round number 6 in this one, and it's been a classic thus far. Fighters come from their corners, and 2 stars inside for Ortiz. And he takes control from the inside, 35, and he'll get 2 punches through. I'm not going to mention the fatigue check. It'll just be an automatic 1-punch deduction. But 20, possible cut for Ayala. 1, Ayala is cut. So Ayala now having to deal with some facial injuries. And 4, that's going to be swelling around the left eye. So that should not impede him too much. But a good start for Ortiz here in round number 6. He's got to keep the momentum going if he can. It's going to be Ayala in control, though, from the outside, 97. That is going to be a single punch, possible foul. And El Torito, you got it. He's definitely a foul there. And referee steps in, and he is going to warn him for a headbutt. And Ortiz, holding his forehead, backs away. Referee checks on him to make sure he is okay. And again, the warning to Ayala. Fight resumes. Here we go. 1 star, 2 stars inside. Ayala in control, 41. Short, hard punches in close. Getting through with 2 of them. No defense. Ayala with momentum. That was a 3. And deuces, it's going to be Ortiz Jr. in control. 3, that is within his fatigue power check, 18. And Ayala eats it, but 4 big punches get through for Ortiz Jr. as he takes momentum. So that power's still there. Not as strong as it was, but 2 stars on the inside once again. Ortiz in control, and he is fighting his way back into this. That's going to be 3 more punches land, again, with the fatigue. Ayala eats all those. 5 and a 6, 2 stars again, and pressing the action, 99, and we are going to the event chart. All right, so let's see what can happen here. And 92, things get personal, shocker. +2 to both fighters' foul rating on all foul checks the rest of the round. All right. We'll see how that comes into play. So that puts Ayala on a potential foul at a 12 and Ortiz Jr. at an 8. Whoops, did not shake that. Dice all over the place. All right, it is going to be no stars. 1 star outside for Ayala. He's in control and finally lets the hands go. 4 big punches land there, all of them getting through. And 5 on the defense check, and Ortiz Jr. is going to add another punch to that. 1 minute to go in the round. Again, another good round for both fighters. It's going to be 1 star inside, 2 stars outside for Ayala. 0-1 and a vicious salvo of punches. Ayala again up into double figures. Possible cut, no cut. 40 seconds to go in the round. And Ayala storming back. It's going to be toe-to-toe from the inside. El Torito leads it off. 29 charging in behind a lead cross. 3 big punches get through. Possible knockdowns for both. Ortiz, can he land? Yes, he can. It's only going to be 1 punch, but knockdown, so double chin checks. Ortiz first. This has happened before. 20, he's good. Ayala Jr., 16, he's good too. Wow. And both fighters, heavy, heavy leather exchange there. Fives for both. It's going to be another toe-to-toe from the inside. Ayala's going to lead it off. 95, that's going to be a single punch, possible foul. And remember, foul rating +2, but he is still okay. And firing back is Ortiz, 96, and going to get a possible foul too. However, no punches land due to fatigue, but he does get a potential foul, and he's okay there. So the rare event almost had an impact there. Final segment of the round, it's going to be no stars to 2 stars on the inside. Ayala, 29, he's going to finish the round strong, charging in behind a lead cross, and 3 more punches land. Possible cut and no cut. So both fighters in double figures, even with fatigue. However, a 10-punch differential in favor of Tony Ayala, and he has come back nicely from those 2 knockdowns he suffered in round number 5. So 10-point differential. All right, Ayala, he's down to 12 stamina going into round number 7. So he for sure will get gassed before the fight is over. Let's see if he can squeeze 2 more rounds out of that, though. Round number 7, here we go. 6 rounds in the books, 4 to go. Bell rings, and fighters meet in ring center. It's going to be 1 star outside, 2 stars inside. Ayala in control, and we've had so many low numbers in this fight. 4-punch salvo lands for El Torito. 2:40 to go in the round. Ortiz needs to make something big happen. 2 stars from the outside, 2 stars inside, toe-to-toe inside. 50 and short hard punches in close. 2 get through for Tony. Possible knockdown if Ortiz can land. No, he can't. Tough break for Virgil Ortiz. He really needs another power shot to get through and crack Ayala's guard. 2 stars on the inside for Tony. He's going to miss. No counter. 2 minutes to go. Round number 7. I'm shocked if this one goes a different distance, honestly. 2 stars inside and taking control on the inside. That is going to be a miss. And Ayala looks to counter, and he gets off a cross and a hook. 2 punches for El Torito. Tony Ayala with momentum, and Ortiz has yet to land a meaningful blow in this round. Toe-to-toe from the outside. My goodness, 19 more heavy lefts and rights from Tony Ayala Jr. And it is a possible knockdown. Both fighters have possible knockdowns. And 20 is going to be 2 punches landed. So again, Ortiz is going to make the first chin check. And 7 or less, he's in trouble. 8, and takes it, staggers. He's okay. Ayala, 15. He's good too. So Ayala, again, down twice in round number 5. But beyond that, both men have eaten some hellacious punches. It's going to be a toe-to-toe exchange. Ayala's going to lead this off from the outside, 74. He's going to miss. And this would have been a possible knockdown fresh for Ortiz Jr., but he is fatigued, unfortunately for him. He still gets credit for 3 punches landed, and he gets momentum. 1 minute to go in the round. And 1 star, 2 stars inside for Tony Ayala. 30, charging in behind that lead cross. That has been a staple of his tonight. 1, possible knockdown. 14, no knockdown. As Ortiz has not been hurt. He's taken some vicious shots and held up. It's going to be 2 stars inside. Ayala in control. He misses. Final 20 seconds of the round. And yet another double-figure round in punches for Tony Ayala Jr. 1 star outside, 2 stars outside, and Ayala Jr. closes the round in control, but he's going to miss from space, and round comes to an end. So Tony Ayala Jr., he is going to carry freshness into the 8th round still. And another double figures punches landed in Ayala, 111 punches through 7 rounds. And Ortiz, 68. So definitely a giveaway of how this fight should be going with the judges. 10-punch differential again. So Ayala still has 7 stamina left, and Ortiz has got to get him fatigued to take some of that sting off his punches. Not to mention the fact that has a much better chance of stopping him when he's fatigued. All right, here we go. Round number 8, bell rings, and it's going to be 2 stars outside, 2 stars outside for Ayala. Ayala leads off a toe-to-toe, 42. Short, hard punches land, 2 of them. Firing back, 66. That's going to be a miss for Ortiz. Two and a 4, 1 star, 2 stars outside, and Ayala just starting to take control now. He's going to miss from space. That would have been a possible cut or other facial trauma. 1s for both, and Ortiz from the inside takes control and follows a 1-2, misses an uppercut, and possible knockdown, and again, Ayala. I've not been counting. I think Ortiz has had 8 or 9 possible knockdowns, and Ayala probably close to the same. So bomb's been thrown in this one, but both men's chins holding up, with the exception of Ayala going down in round 5. It's going to be 2 stars inside. It's going to be toe-to-toe, and Ortiz leads that off, 12. And he's going to get credit for 3 punches, so moving up on fatigue range for Ayala, who tries to fire back, and 96. That's going to be a single punch possible foul, and no foul. 16 on the foul check. Momentum with Ortiz, however, and 4, no stars, 1 star from the outside. Ayala Jr., heavy lefts and rights as he gets through with 7 big punches. Neither fighter has shown much in the way of defense tonight. It's going to be a 2 stars, 1 star in control from the outside, or inside, sorry, 88, and Ortiz has to pull a clinch. And you can see the frustration building now with Ortiz as, again, he takes control from the inside, 32. This time he gets in with a couple of good shots, and now Tony Ayala Jr. is fatigued as well. Possible cut, and 14, no cut. 40 seconds to go in the round. So Ayala Jr. now, his power goes to a 3-6. And chin matches Chin knockdown matches Ortiz 5-7. Chin KO, however, goes up to a 7 and his will a 9. So here we go. And that Hail Mary trait is going to come in for Ortiz these last 2 rounds too, just so you know. So his power will go to a 4-6 for the last 2 rounds of the fight, as he is definitely losing, in my opinion. 2 stars inside, and Ortiz is going to take control from the inside. He gets credit for a single punch there. Final 20 seconds. And again, both men fatigued. 2-3, 2 stars inside Ayala. He's going to miss. No counter. Bell rings, and a close round. And for the first time since round number 2, Ayala Jr. is under double figures in punches. He lands 7. Ortiz able to land 8. So 1 punch differential. Scoring could go either way, though. It was that close. There is one judge that has a very interesting scorecard. We'll get to that later. All right, here we go. Round number 9. So now, the Hail Mary trait is going to kick in. Because overall, Ortiz Jr. is losing this fight. So let's see if he can make his trait pay off from a miracle come from behind win. Bell rings. Round 9 is underway. It's going to be 2 stars inside, 2 stars inside for both. And leading it off is going to be devastating combinations. Take 1 punch away for Ortiz, and no knockdown chances for either man. And Ayala hangs in there, gets through a couple of his own. A lead cross and a hook. 2 minutes 40 to go, round number 9, and not many people thought this one would still be going at this point, but it is. It's going to be another toe-to-toe. Ortiz leads it off 29, and he's going to get credit for 2 punches there. Ayala is going to have a possible knockdown if he can land 97, and he does, but that's going to be a possible foul. And we will have to check that. 10 or less, and 5, he's going to get warned again. Let's see what he did this time. 19, he's going to get called for a rabbit punch here in round number 9. So momentum still resides with Virgil Ortiz Jr. Ayala takes his warning. Fight is back underway, and he's going to take control from the outside as well, and it's going to be another 99. We go to the event chart once again, and 50 this time. All-out war. Both fighters score 7 punches in an electrifying exchange. Unbelievable. 7 punches land for each fighter as they just stand in ring center and wail on each other in the crowd. This late in the fight, both men tired. The crowd is ecstatic. They cannot contain themselves as Ayala now takes control from the outside, charging in behind a lead cross, gets through with a couple of big punches landed there. 140 to go in the round. Both men in double figures, which for both men been fatigued in the 9th. Unbelievable. It's going to be 2 stars outside, and in control from the outside is Ortiz. He's going to get through with a single punch. And just missed a knockdown opportunity there. That Hail Mary trait almost paying off. It's going to be 2 stars inside for Ortiz, and he is in control again. 19, and Ortiz rallying here late in the fight. It's going to get credit for 3 big punches there. Ayala, 1 minute to go in the round, looks stunned. Ortiz walking him down. Could this be a comeback for the ages? 1 star, 2 stars inside Ayala, 65. He's going to miss, and Ortiz can only grab him. Alternating chants of Ortiz and Ayala echo through the crowd as they are loving both men here. It's going to be a toe-to-toe, and Ayala's going to lead it off. 42 from the outside, gets credit for a single punch. And if Ortiz lands, it's a possible knockdown, and he can't come through. He needed that opportunity, especially with Ayala fatigued. Last 20 seconds of the round, Ayala with momentum into the segment, and he's going to keep it from the inside, 98, and that is going to be another possible foul. He's going to get warned again. No punches land here. But referee steps in once again, 10, and that is another headbutt. That's the second headbutt he's been warned for, and one more, and he is going to lose a point. One more headbutt. So round comes to a close, and this was the best round for Ortiz since round number 5 when he scored the knockdowns. But still, Ayala right there on his tail. 15 or 17 punches to 12, 5-punch differential. Huh. All right, we are in the final round. The fighters up on their feet, exhausted. Thus far, a total of 223 punches landed between them, 130 of those going to Ayala, 93 to Ortiz. Let's see if Ortiz can get to triple digits in the final round. Fighters are up, and mutual show of respect at ring center. Here we go. Round number 10 of what has been an epic all-out war. Ayala takes control from the outside, 96, and he's going to get gigged for a foul again. This could be huge. If this is a headbutt, and 9, it is a headbutt, and the referee steps in. He's going to take a point from Tony Ayala. Wow. And despite the fact that Ayala has a huge advantage in punches landed, there's been some close rounds, and then that 5th round, which was 10-8 to Ortiz, that could factor into this decision if it goes the distance. And 4 fouls, 3 of them headbutts, and a point deducted from Tony Ayala Jr. And he's in control from the inside, however, and he's going to charge in behind that lead cross. Get credit for a couple of big punches landed. 2:20 to go in the final stanza. Ortiz needs to make something happen to take advantage of that point deduction. 1 star outside, 2 stars inside, but it's going to be Ayala. And Ayala's going to have a possible knockdown, no knockdown, but he does get credit for 2 punches there. As he controls the segment, 2 stars inside for Ortiz, 2 stars outside, toe-to-toe from the outside. Ayala leads it off, 3 punches land, and El Torito is finishing strong. Firing back, 52, and Ortiz, his punches miss. So this 10th round has been all Tony Ayala thus far. It's going to be 2 stars outside Ortiz, 2 stars outside, and 24. Another toe-to-toe, and let off again. 2 punches land for El Torito. 54, and Ortiz is missing. He is just fading badly. He gave it all he had in the 9th, and it looks like he is completely out of gas, but he has momentum from the inside. He's going to miss, and that would have been a possible knockdown. 1 minute to go, so you can't rule him out yet. It's going to be 2 stars and in control from the outside, 91. That is going to be a clinch. 40 seconds to go, and the crowd exhorting Ortiz on. He just doesn't have anything left to give. 40 seconds in the fight. 2 stars inside, and in control is Ortiz. 23, and it's going to be a possible cut as 2 punches get through for Ortiz. And 2, Ayala is going to have some more facial injury. He's got swelling around the left eye. Let's see what he's got going on here. And that is going to be worsened. No danger of any stoppage there. "20 seconds to go in the bout, and Ortiz looking for one final miracle. But remember, that point deducted, no stars, 1 star outside. Ayala lets the hands go, looking to finish big from the outside. 3 punches to get through. Bell rings. Ayala double figures again. Actually, hold on. Possible knockdown, no knockdown as Ortiz eats it. Unbelievable fight. Wow. All right, so let's see if that point deduction in the final round comes back to bite Tony Ayala Jr. I don't think it will, but you never know what the judges are thinking. So we had a 10-punch differential in the final stanza. Okay, so a round that pretty much would go to Ayala, but it's going to be a 9-9 round with the foul and the deduction of a point. So this one, surprisingly, has gone the distance. And as we get ready for the judges' scorecards, let's do a final recap. Ayala, he was in double figures landed in punches in 8 of the 10 rounds, including a high of 22 punches landed in round 3. And Ortiz, he also had 4 double-figure rounds, but his high was the first when he came out and tattooed Tony to the tune of 18 punches. He did, however, score 2 knockdowns in the 5th, and we'll see if that can impact the fight as well as the point lost by Ayala. And the judges have their scorecards tallied, and we go back to the ring. Ladies and gentlemen, let's give both men a hand for this outstanding battle of the wills. After 10 rounds, we have a majority decision. Judge number 2 scores the bout 94-94, a draw. Crowd gasps and boos. Judge 1 scores about 96-93. Judge 3 scores about 96-91 for your winner by majority decision, Tony El Torito Ayala Jr. All right, so let's recap. I told you there was a couple of oddities. Now, judge number 3, up until the last 2 rounds, he gave the 9th to Ortiz. And of course, the final round, due to the point deduction, was 9-9. So an even round there. And that resulted in the draw. Otherwise, we would have had a unanimous decision. But beyond that, he gave Tony Ayala every other round but the 5th, which he couldn't because Ortiz had a knockdown. So you had to give that to him 10-8. So just looking at the scorecards, judge number 3 differed with one or both judges in... Oh, he also gave a 10-8 round to Ayala in the 3rd. Yeah, so in four of the 10 rounds, judge number 3 differed with at least one of the other 2 judges. However, judge number 2 almost a little bit the other way, and he gave the close rounds pretty much to Ortiz. He gave Ortiz the 1st, whereas the other 2 judges gave the 1st to Ayala. He gave him the 4th. All 3 judges gave him the 5th with a knockdown, and he also gave him the 8th. And then, of course, the 9-9 round in number 10. So, very good fight. I think both guys, the punch output was solid, especially for Ayala, landing 142 blows and Ortiz with 95. So, great fight. Ayala looks the worse for wear. severe swelling around his left eye. Ortiz Jr., no facial damage. And of course, the 4 fouls, 3 of them headbutts called on Ayala Jr. So, hope you enjoyed this. And again, a preview of the Virgil Ortiz Jr. Junior Middleweight card coming up in Supplement 5, which will be coming to you about mid-month. Keep an eye out for that. In the meantime, thank you for watching this. Hit the thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't. This is Anthony with Bleacher Bums Gaming. Hope you all have a good night, and we will see you ringside next time.